I made an observation just a few moments ago, but now the guest is in the room. I'm going to make it in front of them. Our next guest used to be on television, sitting in front of an unplugged laptop. And then he would go home and then sit in front of a plugged-in laptop, and the rest is history.
There we go. That's a nice line.
Oh, the rest is entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Richard Osman.
Hello, everybody.
Morning, Richard. Lovely to see you again.
It's lovely to see you. Always a pleasure to be here.
He said he basically called me up last week.
Yeah.
He didn't really. I'm like, each of his number, and he said, "It's Chris. I've written another book. I'm hoping this one does well.
Yeah.
Because of the failed, embarrassing previous books. Your words, not mine." He said, "If there's any chance you could give it a tickle, I'm really hoping this could be a good. They could turn it into a drama on Channel 5 or something.
Just for old time's sake.
So
Absolutely.
Let me see what I can do."
Thanks, man.
I said, "We've got Stephen Fry coming in." He said, "Well, put him on first. He can be warm up.
Absolutely.
I'll be the headline act."
Yeah,
oh my God, here we go. What was Fry talking about?
He gave you a little mention. He's in the new Oscar Wilde play, The Importance of Being Earnest.
Yeah, but celebrity traitors we care about, really, isn't it?
We actually didn't didn't get time to. And he obviously, like off air, he goes, "I can't talk about it. I can't say anything about it."
We can though.
But well, yes and no, because
do you know stuff?
I've never seen an episode.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Yeah, it's really good.
I know. I said to Stephen, I went, it's like saying to people, I don't breathe air.
Yeah.
Because they go, what?
It's like when I told my wife I had never watched Top Gun.
What?
What?
I've watched it now.
Oh, right, you watch it now.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Don't you worry about that, but I hadn't done. Yeah, that's like Traitors.
Wow.
You'd like Traitors. Start with a celeb one.
Well, no, I think what I'll do, because I've got, a good few series to watch. And so that all leads up nicely. So that's what I've got to do. And I've got friends who are like, "I'm so jealous you've never seen it because you now get to go back."
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like the Sopranos of reality TV.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah. You've got it all to come. It's so good.
Are you on Celebrity Traitors?
No, very much not.
Would you have done it?
Yes. Well, they said would I do it? I said I'd only do it if I was a traitor. Because that's where the most fun is.
Of course.
I think I'd feel if I was a faithful that you'd know every night that 3 people were up in that tower conspiring.
Absolutely.
And you'd be like, I'm some schmuck in my room, and it's not going to save me. People could still vote me off. So I'd feel like I was missing out on the party.
You'd want to be the traitor, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely.
I think so.
How do you find the time to even watch television? And when you look at your workload, so like your past job, when you were working in TV and making TV and coming up with formats and all of that, would have been a very, very busy job. Weird hours, obviously, because generally TV films of an evening. Yeah. But you've got to be there all day. Yeah. And then that's all gone now, right? You've moved on. Yeah. But now you write your books, which is very time consuming. Yeah. And then, of course, the movie, which did you have much to do with it? Nothing
not
at all.
a thing. I absolutely left them to it because, as you say, my job is writing the books. That's my gig, and you got to do what you're good at and leave other people who are brilliant at what they do to do their job.
I bet there are some writers, though, in your position who feel as though they're, I'm just going to pop down to the set and do all that sort of stuff.
But you can't, because if you start rewriting a line, you have to rewrite the entire thing. Yeah, because you already did it. You just say, well, I know what this story is because I wrote it. Someone else has to have a go at it. So, yeah, when you're writing, I try and do one a year, but really it's 3 hours a day, maybe. So it's not like a proper job. So it is doable with a bit of discipline. The brain hurts all the time, but it's not, the time constraints is not too bad, and you're always looking for something to sit down in front of the telly and watch. So if I've written for 3 hours and there's a Celebrity Traitors on, yes please.
When I started writing a good few years back, and because I didn't know how to write, I felt like I was like an imposter and I didn't know what I was doing. So I spoke to many people who wrote, many people who produced, and I found out basically whatever works for you when you write. So I got told there's a guy who writes for 2 hours a day. He writes from like midday till 2. And when 2 o'clock comes, beep, 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 goes off. He literally hits save, closes the laptop, and that's it. Even if it's mid-sentence. And then there are other people who sit there and go, right, I'm going to write a minimum of 2 pages. And that could take 15 minutes or it could take 3 hours. And everybody's different. And it's like, doesn't matter.
I write a chapter every day.
Is that what you do?
But anyone at home who's got a book on the go, the key thing is just get it done. Do a bit every day. You know, if you've got a young family or long hours, if you can do a bit every day, you'd be amazed after 6 months, a year and a half, you'd be amazed what you have. But the key thing is do not go back and rewrite the bit you just did. Don't go back and go, I'm going to, actually that first chapter, I'm going to redo that, I'm going to redo it. Get it finished. Finish the whole thing. Yeah. Then you go back. Because you know what your story is. You know what it is then. And then you go back, make it good before anyone sees it.
Do you plan, how much do you plan? So, for example, this is the new book, The Impossible Fortune. It made me cry.
Oh, that's, listen, thank you very much. That's lovely to hear.
I've not actually read it, but I heard it made your wife cry, so I thought that would go.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Do you plan this all out? Do you plot it all out, or do you have a rough idea and just start writing?
Yeah, I don't plan anything out really. On this one, it's they've had a year off Thursday Murder Club, and Elizabeth, who's an ex-spy, had a very hard time in the last book. So I thought, okay, I need to get her back in the action somehow. And I just had the idea of she's sitting on a bench somewhere, a man comes up to her and says, someone is trying to kill me, can you help? And that's all I had. And then I thought, well, I'll sit down and write. And I've got the bench, I've got Elizabeth, I've got this guy, I don't know who he is. I gave him a name. Wow. He starts talking. I thought, why is someone trying to kill you though? What's so special about you? That's how I start. And then you go, oh, but if that happened, then maybe this would happen next. And I've got all my characters and I want things to happen to them as well. But in terms of the actual plot...
That's brilliant.
I'm always thinking, but what if? And then maybe this could happen next. So I usually think like maybe a chapter ahead. But that's it. There's no kind of notes on the wall. Right. There's no, this will happen. I never know who the murderer is, any of that stuff. I'm trying to entertain myself. Yeah.
Would you ever, this has now just become a masterclass of for people who want to write. Would you ever, I'd say you're on chapter 3. Yeah. And you suddenly go, okay, so what they could do, so the reason for this is because of something that happened in the past, right? But that won't come out till chapter 6, but I want to write that now. Would you ever jump ahead?
I do sometimes, but by and large, I try and go in order if I can. There's always, if you've got a scene in your head, you think, I know this is definitely going to happen. Sometimes, and it's going to be fun, you'll sit and write that. But usually I would try and go in order because, that's how someone is going to read the book. Yeah. And the key thing, like I said about get to the end, you can do all of this stuff, and at the end you can go back and reverse engineer it, and anything that now doesn't make sense because you changed your mind as it went on, you just go back into chapter 2 or chapter 5 or chapter 9 and put it back in. That's why you just finish. That's the key.
Get to the end of the damn thing, whoever that writer was who said that, wasn't it? You just crack on and just get to the end of it, basically.
Exactly that. And then you go back and you make people think you're clever by absolutely tying up all the loose ends.
I know you're very busy with writing the books and everything like that, and the podcast and everything else that you do, but your background of TV shows, producing shows, coming up with formats, getting the format of an idea sat in an office to actual studio and all that is like, that's an amazing job. I could talk to you about that for hours.
Yeah, I love that.
And then, of course, now you're writing and stuff. You could morph the two together, and then you could be in a great position where, I don't know, let's say me, I have an idea for something, and then you help make that happen.
I see. Are you saying you'd like to pitch something to me?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
Whatever you got.
Well, weirdly, in the same way how this started, I came up with a line for something once, and it's the opening line, and I think it's brilliant. Okay. And I have that much of an idea of what it's about.
For a novel?
For a novel, and then a screenplay,
might be something else.
Okay. Right?
Go on.
Which is, someone is asleep, and someone puts their hand on their shoulder, and they go, "Wake up, you're dead."
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's
a really good title as well.
Wake Up, You're Dead.
Wake Up, You're Dead is a great title.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be
I don't have much more.
Yeah, but do you know what? Genuinely, that is all you need sometimes. Sometimes, if I'm writing, I'll have a character walk in, I'll have people talk to each other, and the character will say something, and I'm like, what sort of human being would say that? That's really interesting. Who are you? And it comes from there. It sparks it off. That's the point. Do something that feels impossible, like wake up, you're dead, and then make it possible.
Right.
And that's a book.
That's good.
I often watch TV, and when I started writing, and I started watching TV in a different way, obviously, you start to hear the dialogue and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. And I would watch something like Happy Valley, right? The first season of Happy Valley. I don't know if you ever watched that.
Yeah, I did. Loved it.
And I think, how do these shows get to be made? Because let's just say I've written that, right?
Yeah.
And then I want someone to read it because I want them to tell me if it's any good or not. So I'll say to my girlfriend, I go, would you just read this? I've just written this. You would imagine at some point she's going to turn it over and go, you are sick. Where has this come from? He chopped up, what, with a meat cleaver?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going out. I'll see you later. Because it must be weird.
But it's all in. It's in everyone's brains, isn't it? All that stuff. We love a locked door. My grandfather was a police officer down in Brighton, and I'd be 9 years old, and he'd be driving me down the street and say there was a murder there. That's a brothel, and just all of this stuff. We love all of that stuff because we know it's going on under our noses.
Absolutely.
Right. If you're in London or any big city, you know there's criminality everywhere. Yeah. You know there are weird hedge fund billionaires everywhere, and they're both hidden. It's all hidden, and that's the thing that we love. And if you can shine a light on those worlds, suddenly Wake Up You're Dead becomes a bestseller in 60 countries.
Wake Up You're Dead. That's good, isn't it? Really good. Remember where you heard it first?
It was really, really good.
It's going to go nowhere.
Normally when people say, I had this idea, and you go on, and they say, you go, yeah, I suppose. But Wake Up You're Dead, I'll give you that. Yeah. That's good.
All right, well,
I'll just need to write the other 500 pages now, whatever.
Yeah, and by the way, this is really thick. You're really successful. You could have halved that.
You can't. Hardbacks look thick. They're all the same. A book's supposed to be about 90,000 words. I learned that very early on, and I take that very seriously. I think the third book was 90,004 words.
I've just opened it up.
Oh my!
Wow, Richard, the font is huge.
you see?
That's like 5 words a page.
But there you go. That's how you get away with it. But no, that's all. I love books being the same. That's any crime novel you read, any thriller, that's roughly the length. And so it means that when you're writing it, when you're in the middle of it, you always know where you are. Yeah. So if I'm a reader, I would sort of know where I am. You know when you got to ratchet it up, you know when you got to draw it back a bit, you know where you can put some jokes in, you know when you got to speed it up at the end. If you know where you're headed in terms of numbers, you always know what to do. Yeah.
Changing the subject slightly, do you get a piece of the back end of all the pointless repeats?
No, I've never had a penny off any.
Seriously, you messed up there.
Oh, that's okay. I'm all right.
You could have bought a car or something. You could have been.
Wow. Had myself a Mazda.
Skoda. That's what's sponsored by Skoda.
Skoda. Yes.
Yeah.
Who wants a Mazda? No one.
If you've been reading the books, then you will be itching to get this, and it's out tomorrow, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It's good. I think it's the best yet. So if people love Thursday Murder Club, honestly, it'll be a proper treat.
Well, people do. Yeah. People are loving it. And also, we've met a few times. I don't know you very, very well, but I have this, which I think is slightly weird, but I think it should be more across, everybody should feel like this, rather. I'm really proud of you.
Oh,
I think it's brilliant. The fact that you were the guy who pretended you were sat in front of a laptop that wasn't even plugged in on telly, let's be honest, and then the success, the phenomenal juggernaut success of the books, and then Steven Spielberg goes, oh, that'll make a great film there. I mean, that's brilliant. It's
fun,
well
isn't
done.
Incredible. Yeah, listen, all you got to do is get up in the morning and do work that you love. That's all you can do. Yeah. Do the thing you're best at and do it as well as you can.
Did you not even have a director's chair with your name on the back or one of those?
They did actually on the film, because they know what writers like. Firstly, they're thinking, okay, he's coming down to set today because Spielberg was there, so I came down to set, and they're like, right. What we definitely don't want is for him to give anyone any notes. Right. We don't want him talking to the actors and saying anything at all.
To one side.
Yeah. So why don't you take him into that tent and show him that there's a director's chair with his name on the back? Because they know that I'm going to be staring at that for like half an hour. Meanwhile, they're doing all the important work, and I'm like taking photos of my chair. I'm on the gram.
Labrador puppies over that way. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
They have done that before.
But then equally, they probably loved you because, you know, you probably turned up on set the first day and just in awe of everything. This is something that came out of your head and now it's reality. And there's James Bond over there and there's Gandhi. And then you must be like, I ain't saying nothing to any of these people. What am I going to say? I don't think... Piers, can you just do that line again? It's not how I had it in my head. You're just sitting there almost mute. And everyone going, he can come back anytime he likes.
Come on, Helen, we can do that better.
I signed Pierce's copy of the book and I spelled his name wrong. Oh my God, I was absolutely... That's the worst thing you can ever do in the whole world.
Oh, that's lovely. I thought you meant he did it on purpose, which is even better.
No, I didn't, but he's so handsome. I was really distracted. Yeah. I literally had to go and buy another copy of my own book so I could sign again and say, I'm really sorry I spelled your name wrong. Here's another one.
Brosnan, big fan.
Yeah.
Well, The Impossible Fortune, Richard Osman, it is out tomorrow. And then we'll replay this on Saturday. Watch this.
Yeah.
Richard's book, The Impossible Fortune, is out now. So make sure you get a copy of it. And see what I can do.
That's really good.
Double bubble.
That's really good.
My mum's just messaged as well. She asks, can I go on House of Games, please? Because her and my dad love watching it.
Yes, can you, Dom, go on, or can your mum?
Well, can I go on, and then, you know...
Mum first.
Right, okay.
If she does well, if she wins one of the prizes...
Perfect.
Can be, no, of course you can.
Oh, thank you, Richard.
Be my absolute pleasure.
Oh, no, I'm holding you to your first answer. Dom's mum.
Yeah. I'll go on with my mum. You don't do... Anyway, doesn't matter.
What's your mum called?
Jenny.
Jenny, it's a date.
There you go.
Listen, if they put Toby Tarrant on that show, they'll put anybody on it.
This is it. You know.
Anybody. If you're walking past the studio, you, sir, come in, sit down there.
It's one of his proudest achievements, winning on House of Games. I mean, genuinely.
Well, that's nice, because we did a non-celeb week. So very happy to have him on.
There you go.
And that's the out. Ladies and gentlemen, always lovely to see you. Seriously, all the best with everything. Not that you need it, but it's always great having you on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Richard Osman.
Radio